the tech community has really been learning in the past couple of years how to flex its political muscle, and this is actually a good thing.
There's quite a bit of policy consensus. I mean, I think it's fair to say there's only probably 30 or 40 members of the House that think we should deport 11 million people.
We need to have more women working in tech, we need to have more underrepresented minorities working in tech, and we need to make an effort to make that a realistic goal.
We're so focused on the size of government that we've stopped talking about how it operates and how it's most efficient, and thinking about how do we actually educate people in a world that's changing so quickly.
Silicon Valley and the technology world is evolving from being seen as just a source of tremendous innovation that's been good for America to becoming maybe, to some extent, the face of the 1%, the face of the new wealth that may have its own agenda that isn't necessarily the agenda of regular Americans.
The young entrepreneurs and the young engineers that I know are the most optimistic group of people I've ever met. They really think they can fix any problem, and I think they probably can one day. They have come up with crazy stuff, starting with the internet. They're 3D printing organs. This is stuff that is going to fundamentally change the world. And if we turn these people, these kids in many cases, into enemies, if we paint them as the 1%, if we throw rocks at buses that they're sitting on, we're not helping bring them into the process and bring them into the community. We're alienating them. And creating an us versus them world like that, I think, is really dangerous. We need to incentivize those people to help fix these problems that we're facing, not paint them as the others.
I think of that as sort of a three-legged stool. You need to fix the legal immigration process for people to come to America and work, whether that's in higher skilled or lesser skilled professions, tech or agriculture. Secondly is you have to enforce the law. And that doesn't just mean that's the physical border, but that's also employer enforcement, that's exit visas. 40% of those who are undocumented in America came legally and then overstayed a visa. If any of you have noticed, when you go to pretty much any other country on earth, they check your passport going in and going out. We only check it coming in. And then the third is for the 11 million or so undocumented immigrants in the United States, allowing them to become legalized and then to create a way for them to earn citizenship. So we think you do those three things together, and that actually sort of solves the problem, the system holistically.
Patent trolls armed with two weapons. Crappy, overbroad, impossible to understand patents, and the exorbitant cost of patent litigation in the United States. I wish we were fixing problem number one. I wish we could really deal with patent quality in the United States. Congress, frankly, has no appetite, and it's disappointing. The Supreme Court's looking at it, so hopefully they'll help us with that problem. What Congress is looking at that's very helpful is the litigation problem, and it's that patent litigation is so outrageously expensive. So a patent troll comes to you, Joe, I'm a patent troll. I have a patent. I think you're infringing it.
I've been patent trolled before.
Perfect. Who knew? I think you're infringing it. You can't understand what it says, but I'm going to either give me $100,000 or I'm going to sue you. And you're going to spend $3 million and 3 years in litigation. So of course you're going to give me the 100 grand. I mean, it's a pretty easy proposition. So we're looking at solving that second problem, making it a little bit cheaper, making it a little bit easier, a little bit more streamlined, so people have incentive to, in that situation, say, no, I won't just pay you to go away.